Ray, how about the management report?
I included the dam spillway bid comparison just for your information. There's no action on this for that. I also included a spreadsheet that I passed out prior to the meeting, start of this meeting. It lists the 4 bidders with the total bid price for the projects for the maintenance facility. So I think there's some encouraging news there in that we are, the bids so far, the bids that we have received are, one is at budget, near budget, and the other one is below budget. So I think that's pretty encouraging news.
On that topic, I noticed I was impressed with Watershed's recommendations and references and things. And am I correct in assuming that this all hinges on the state approving Watershed's alternate solution?
It does have to go back to the state for approval.
Is that a correct assumption?
Has to go through a 2-stage approval. First of all, our professional engineer has to approve it and be willing to put their name on it as a professional engineer. And it has to be submitted to the dam safety board for their approval.
I guess it goes without saying, but hopefully somebody will communicate to the dam safety board, very well appropriately named, that it's not their money and we don't have a bottom in the bucket. And if Watershed, based on the referrals that they have in here, they know what they're doing. And if they say this will solve the problem until we can completely replace, because it's 5-year guaranteed or 5-year warranty or something, I think I read. I hope somebody impresses upon the state that this is a reasonable solution for a short-term basis. And Watershed knows what they're doing. That's it.
I can, comment from the meeting that I attended when the dam safety officials were here, and they made very clear and unequivocal that, they want to have a professional engineer's stamp.
Yeah, sure they do.
That has to happen.
I'd like to hit the lottery too.
Well,
No, I'm not saying we shouldn't do it. I'm just saying somebody needs to emphasize to the state that it's our money they're spending. And if this is a reasonable solution as far as Watershed's perspective is concerned, based on the referrals that Watershed put in here from the state, one of them from the State Department, I would hope that the state dam committee would take that into account. That's all I'm saying.
But Ken is quite right. The state will not even look at it if it doesn't have the signature of a professional engineer.
I'm not arguing.
And if we can get the signature of our professional engineer for that solution, I don't think the state will have any problem with it.
Good, I hope so.
Yeah, 2 points now that I have the floor. One, Steve, we spent a great deal of time in exposing the dam safety folks to our financial condition. And I think they left here with a good understanding of where we stand financially. My other point, I have a question for you, Ray, on your item 4. You're talking about umbrella insurance coverage. What did our RFP specify? Did we specify 1 million, or did we specify? I'm trying to understand why they didn't bid it that way the first time, if that is in fact a requirement.
It was a requirement, and so we're going back to them to find. I asked both of them to resubmit to USR along with their plan drawings to include those requirements in the RFP. One issue that we're going to have to look at is $5 million umbrella aggregate was recommended by a broker. That's a pretty standard umbrella package, I think, for the construction bids I've seen in other associations. But there's going to be a real cost for that. It's going to be a real driver. So I've asked both bidders to provide a step cost for that, so that different coverages at different prices. So we've got a $3 million option, $5 million option.
I guess I didn't hear in that an answer to what did our RFP ask for?
1 million.
It asked for 1 million. 1 million and 5 million?
Yeah, 1 million.
Okay. That's
For
good.
occurrence,
That's
5
good.
million. Aggregate.
Okay. So you didn't bid that?
No.
Okay.
Well, gold didn't include anything.
Okay.
A letter from Watershed, the last sentence, if insurance normally includes dam work provided $1 million umbrella, If additional insurance is desired for this small repair, will provide it at no additional cost.
Well, that's not, and I had a conversation with Lisa Cahill, and that's not the message I received from her, and I can't believe that's a
April
statement on their
18th.
part.
Letter.
Yeah, it's a mistake.
Okay.
Well, I'll see what they come up with.
Anybody else in the management group? Mr. Steve?
See, item 2, front gate upgrade, so you're gonna hold that until this review we're gonna have here in a
Yes,
couple of weeks? And
I
then
put it in as a reminder,
Okay,
because I do hope it's
it's in the
implemented
budget,
this year.
and we all wanna do it,
Yeah.
okay, at least I think we wanna do it. And then, item 5, as John mentioned, I think we ought to, maybe we're gonna do this during that same meeting that we were talking about, to the actions against members with delinquent accounts and not pursuing it. Once again, as John mentioned, I think maybe at that upcoming meeting we ought to face that one, talk about it. And then in that same paragraph, we say the association will continue to restrict use rights of all non-compliant members. How are we doing that?
Through letters, we'll notify them, and we will not issue registrations for vehicles and for boats and for storage area. We are limited, it's not
Okay.
a big stick, but it's certainly done, and we even get, so
Okay. Thanks.
easy passes.
Anybody else? Yes, Pat?
One of the items in the executive session is going to be personnel, so I assume that will include anything in here. Also,
Ray, just a couple comments I have. You have already passed out a new version of this, but it still has some errors on it, which I'll talk to you about separately. But this schedule is very, very interesting to me, and I think at budgeting time, I would like to see this schedule presented to accompany your budget for personnel for next year. This is the first time I've really understood the precise hours that you were talking about. I think it's very useful. The roving patrol and lake patrol schedule. There's an attachment 3 called lifeguard schedule, which I presume is supposed to be the same thing, but there's nothing under the heading attachment 3. Is it just missing from my book?
It is missing from all books. It should have been there. I assume it is, so it's missing from mine.
Can you make sure that's available for the board
Yeah.
at the next meeting?
Emailed it.
Anybody else, anything else on the management report?
I have one thing.
Susan?
Ray, the compliance spreadsheet's getting way, way better. The NAs at the end, I'm assuming are, because those are new cases. Can we change NA to new? They're not new at the end?
They're mostly because they are safety violations, and you can't fix a safety violation.
Not
You
after.
can't correct it.
Not after.
Somebody
Well,
stops at a
these are all
sign,
stop sign tickets, so
there's no way to correct a safety violation. If it's happened, it's not fixable.
well, then how do we figure out if they paid or not paid? At what point?
By definition, if they're on this list, they haven't paid, otherwise they'd be off the list.
Is that so?
Yes.
Okay.
Anything else? I guess I should have answered for you, Ray.
That's okay. It was a quick thing, move on.